Hello, my name is Chris Tutje, and today I wanted to do a video review of Return of the Fallen, which was my first ever attempt at creating an RPG. It is based in Unity, and it is naturally very heavily inspired by classic RPGs of old like Final Fantasy. This was a collaboration done by me and 4 other programmers over the course of about 6 weeks for Techwise, which is a mentorship program for software developers. And this was created in 2023, back when I had about 8 months of programming experience. And out of the 5 of us, I was the one that had the original idea for the project, and so I functioned as the project's lead manager. I also managed the group's Git repository. I am also responsible for creating all of the music and sound effects that you will hear in the background throughout the game, which I created using a digital synthesizer called Vital. And I also created several of the UI elements like the options menu, which will allow the user to change the volume of the music, change the volume of the sound effects, and these are both being run on separate audio channels. And you can also change the screen resolution. I also created the sound test menu, which is my personal favorite feature of the program, as it lets me show off my audio design. You can select a song or a sound effect, and you can play it. You can stop it, or if you so desire, you can modify the playback speed. And if you click Start, you can see the cutscenes that were designed by Amber Miller, who was a collaborator on the project. And I'm sure she worked very hard on these, but for now, I'm just going to skip the cutscenes. And from here, you will be on the overworld, which was designed by Adam and Jaya Sicard. And from here, you can talk to some NPCs, and you can initiate some battles. The battle system is another aspect of the game that I'm fairly proud of. I designed all of the back-end logic, while Eric Holman designed the UI and battle animations. If we look at the top left, we can see that the player character has a health bar, a magic points bar, and even a stamina bar. And if we look to the right, we can see that the enemy unit has all these things on display as well. And if we go to the melee option, we can see that there is a variety of options. Each melee attack will drain some stamina, with the more powerful special attacks doing more damage and potentially inflicting status conditions, but requiring more stamina. This adds a strategic element to melee combat, as while the stronger attacks will do more upfront damage, weaker attacks will use less stamina, and over a longer period of time, weaker attacks will deal more damage per stamina point, which can make weaker attacks a more economic decision in longer battles. The optimal move, therefore, can vary depending on how enduring or defensive the enemy unit is. Anyway, when a unit runs out of stamina, it will become exhausted, and it will be unable to perform a melee attack until it recovers some stamina. This can be accomplished most directly with the rest option. But that's not the only way. They can also potentially recover some stamina using the block, which will temporarily bolster a unit's defense and recover a little less stamina. And if the player unit starts to lose HP, they do have access to healing magic. Spells will cost magic points, but can restore some HP. Healing spells can also restore things like HP and stamina. Lastly, we do have conventional damaging magic, which will deal damage and potential status effects. Otherwise, these are the main features of the game. Thank you for listening.